Hello, dear students. We have seen the various methods for the preparation of chlorine. Uh, Now we are going to study about the various properties of chlorine. We have seen one property of chlorine, that chlorine is a greenish yellow gas. So let us start studying the properties of chlorine. Chlorine is a greenish yellow gas with pungent and suffocating odor. It has got a special odor. You can easily find out, or you can easily understand that this is the chlorine gas. Once if you try it out, please do not try it. Chlorine is about 2 to 5 times heavier than air. It is heavier than air, and that is why it likes to stay at bottom in a container. Chlorine can be liquefied easily into greenish yellow liquid. So chlorine has got the lower Kraft temperature, and that is why, or critical temperature, and that is why critical temperature, and that is why it can be easily liquefied into, and when it is liquefied it turns into greenish yellow liquid. Liquid chlorine boils at 293 Kelvin. 273 is your 0 degree centigrade. So 293 is nothing but your 20 degree centigrade temperature. Chlorine is soluble in water. So chlorine easily can be dissolved into the water. We know that chlorine, when reacts with water, it produces the HCl and HOCl, and then HOCl again turns into HCl, or it is disproportionating in nature. That is what it is responsible for, its bleaching property also, that we will study. Chlorine reacts with a number of metals and non-metals to form chlorides. It reacts with aluminium to produce aluminium chloride, AlCl3. Chlorine reacts with sodium to produce sodium chloride, NaCl. Chlorine reacts with iron to produce iron chloride, FeCl3. Remember, my dear students, here we do not get FeCl2, but we get FeCl3. The reason we will see into the later discussions. Um, Chlorine reacts with phosphorus to produce PCl3, and chlorine reacts with sulfur to produce S2Cl2. Chlorine has a great affinity for hydrogen. It reacts with compound containing hydrogen. So you can see that it reacts with the compound containing hydrogen. When it reacts with hydrogen, it produces hydrochloric acid gas. When it reacts with hydrogen sulfide, which is a gas that is having the rotten egg smell. So when it reacts with hydrogen sulfide, sulfur is oxidized to sulfur, and hydrogen, like HCl, hydrochloric acid gas, is produced. When it reacts with the hydrocarbon, it produces HCl gas, and carbon is simply produced during this reaction. You can see that when chlorine reacts with the compounds of sulfur and carbon, it releases the sulfur and carbon in its elemental state. This is what it shows, its oxidizing character. We can easily, or it reduces the, no, it oxidizes the carbon and sulfur into its elemental form. Reaction of chlorine with ammonia. When ammonia is excess, we get nitrogen and ammonium chloride. You can see when you have 8 molecules of ammonia, we can get NH4Cl and nitrogen gas. But when we have ammonia less and chlorine is excess, we get NCl3, which is known as the nitrogen trichloride and hydrochloric acid gas. My dear students, this NCl3, nitrogen trichloride, is not possible. It is not stable. So being not stable compound, it decomposes easily, and that is why it is explosive in nature. Let us read what is written here. When ammonia is excess, we get nitrogen and ammonium chloride. You can see 8NH3 plus 3Cl2, that gives 6NH4Cl plus N2. When chlorine is excess, we get nitrogen trichloride and HCl. NH3 plus 3Cl2, it gives NCl3 plus 3HCl. Note, NCl3 nitrogen trichloride is not a stable compound, it is explosive. This reaction of chlorine with ammonia is very important for your various exams. Please learn this reaction of chlorine with ammonia, chlorine with alkali, and chlorine with lime. They are very important for your exam purposes. So now we are going to study the reaction of chlorine with alkali, that is NaOH. Chlorine reacts with cold and dilute NaOH to produce common salt, that is NaCl, hypochlorite, that is NaOCl, and water, that is H2O. So when NaOH is cold and dilute, it produces sodium hypochlorite, NaCl, NaOCl, along with NaCl and water. But what happens when NaOH is hot and concentrated? Let us see what happens when our alkali is hot and concentrated. Chlorine, when reacts with hot and concentrated alkali, gives us the chlorate NaClO3 and chloride ion like NaCl and water. So NaOH, when hot and concentrated, instead of hypochlorite, here we get the chlorate NaClO3 along with NaCl and H2O. So in both the reaction, when alkali reacts with chlorine, if alkali is cold and diluted, it produces the hypochlorite hypochlorite, and if it is hot and concentrated, it produces the chlorate. These are the basic difference. Along with the NaCl and H2O are produced in both the reaction. These two reactions are also important for your exams. Chlorine in making bleaching powder. Chlorine is also used for making bleaching powder. That is the reaction of chlorine with the selected lime. With dry selected lime, chlorine gives bleaching powder. You can see CaOH twice plus 2Cl2, that gives CaOCl2. Please remember, my dear students, that here oxygen is your -2, but your chlorine has got the +1 oxidation state. So the oxidation state of this compound, chlorine, has got +1 oxidation state. This is CaCl2 and twice H2O. Now please remember this composition of a bleaching powder, many times asked into the various exam. The composition of bleaching powder is CaOCl2 into CaCl2 into CaOH twice into twice H2O. So chlorine reacts with hydrocarbons. With saturated hydrocarbon, chlorine gives substitution reaction. You can see saturated hydrocarbon, there is substitution reaction. So methane gives chloromethane or methyl chloride. But with unsaturated hydrocarbon, chlorine gives addition product. So in C2H4, two atoms of Cl are already being added at room temperature, and we get 1,2-dichloroethane. So this is how we can understand the various reactions of chlorine. Now we are going to study about the bleaching property of chlorine. Chlorine water on standing loses its yellow color due to the formation of HCl and HOCl. We have already studied this reaction, that Cl2, when reacts with water, it disproportionate and gives -1 oxidation state as well as the +1 oxidation state. This is hydrochloric acid and this is hypochlorous acid. This hypochlorous acid so formed gives the nascent oxygen. So you can see HOCl gives the nascent oxygen and HCl. This nascent oxygen is actually, so when we add both these reaction, we get Cl2 plus H2O, that gives HCl plus HOCl. HOCl again give nascent oxygen and HCl. So ultimately Cl2 plus H2O, that gives 2 HCl and nascent oxygen. This nascent oxygen so formed is responsible for the bleaching property of chlorine. So colored substance reacts with this nascent oxygen and turns into colorless substances. Chlorine is a powerful bleaching agent. So bleaching of chlorine is due to the oxidation. Thus bleaching by chlorine is permanent bleaching, and chlorine bleaches vegetable or organic matter in the presence of moisture. I hope, my dear students, you are enjoying your studies. Happy learning.